Welcome to CincyAI Meetup. This is a monthly AI meetup for all levels of AI. I'm Kendra Ramirez, and I'm your co-host with my awesome co-host, Helen Todd. We're actually going to have our AI clone introduce us because we both suck at introducing ourselves. So, know your strengths, right? Know your strengths.
Hello and welcome to March's CincyAI Meetup. It's my honor to be here, especially because I am not human. I'm an ethically created AI clone of Helen Todd, who is the first resident of Cincinnati to clone herself with a hyper-realistic avatar. She's one of your co-hosts today alongside Kendra Ramirez. I'm excited to introduce your co-hosts and co-leaders of CincyAI today. Kendra Ramirez is CEO of KR Digital and is globally recognized on the homepage of LinkedIn.com, Women of Influence Award winner, John Barrett Entrepreneur Vision Award recipient, Cincy Chick Woman of the Year, AMA Marketing Legend, best-selling author of Marketing Fusion and Microshift books, and a finalist for the Social Media Innovator of the Year. Since 2005, she has helped hundreds of organizations successfully leverage digital technologies. As an early adopter of innovative tools, Kendra's expertise makes her an invaluable resource for businesses seeking to thrive in today's competitive digital and AI landscape. Kendra has spent more than 15 years in technology companies as a change agent in sales, marketing, and recruiting leadership for B2B clients. Helen Todd co-founded and is CEO of Sociality Squared, a social media agency established in 2010 in New York City when social media was just emerging to help brands grow their businesses. She was at the forefront of a disruptive technology then and now is leading the way yet again with Creativity Squared, a free weekly newsletter, podcast, and YouTube channel exploring the intersection of AI and creativity. Guests have included the head of Adobe's Content Authenticity Initiative, the head of comms for Google DeepMind, the head of programming of South by Southwest, and more. Helen is an award-winning marketer, international speaker, and an advisor, mentor, and speaker for South by Southwest Interactive. She graduated from Xavier University and holds a master's degree in integrated marketing communication from Emerson College. Now for why you've gathered here at the amazing UC Digital Futures Building. CincyAI is the largest AI meetup in the region. If this is your first time attending or your sixth, welcome. Thank you for being part of this dynamic community where the whole is not just greater, but exponential in its impact. With that, I'll let my human counterpart take the mic. Enjoy.
Okay, this would not be possible. This is just our literally volunteer. It's self-funded. We would not be able to provide food and waters and photography and videography without these sponsors. So we want to thank Seven Hills Technology. Charlie and Brad are in the room. Please make sure and meet them. There they are in the back. Thank you so very much. So very much. And Big Kitty Labs, Tushar, is all the way from Columbus. Tushar. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Tushar is just like, we need this in Columbus. Bring it to Columbus. So we do have people, like anyone in here outside of Cincinnati? Anyone else? Because we do have people from Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, Columbus, Cleveland, so people are definitely coming and participating in our amazing community. It would not be possible without that. And UC in their partnership for us to be able to have and host in this amazing building. Make sure and meet Dr. Kelly Cohen. Yes. He has been in AI for 30 years. Yes, AI has been around for 30 years. Yeah, is Jane here? Jane here yet? The other UC? She'll be here and being able to share as well. And so we're going to be able to go through, you want to go flow? Oh, who's here? All right, we always love to do the who's here, right? Wanting to know where you are and where you stand. So AI curious, where am I AI curious? All right, I just didn't want to call you AI beginners, right? That's why I was like AI curious, right? AI users, right? AI users. And by the way, the AI Curious, you're already a user, just so you know. All right, you're already a user. In AI builders, where are my builders? Awesome. I love it. Yeah, keep your hands high, builders, because guess what? In this room, they need you. They need you. So keep your hands high. Awesome. Thank you. And what about first timers? This is your first CincyAI meetup. Yay. Welcome. 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 We love that. We love that. All right. Awesome. And I know Deba, where's Deba? Deba, she's OG. She's been here since day one, right? Did Ben Nash, did he show up as well? I didn't see his face earlier. Nope. There's a couple of others of those. So we really, really appreciate your participation. This is your community, and we'll go through our flow so you know the expectation. Oh, impact and value. Yes. Yeah. So impact and value actually came from you all. I was talking, and Helen has talked to several of you, and you all are sharing what this community has done for you. And we're like, holy moly, this is incredible, because this is what we wanted, to be able to create space for collaboration and magic to happen. And so what we're going to do is on your phone, you can do the QR code, and we just want to hear from you. Right? It's completely anonymous. Use your QR code. And we're just going to ask, impact and value. Did you find a job, through this community? Were you funded? Right? Someone last month told us, like, hey, I went and funded one of the AI people that were speaking, which is incredible. Being able, did you find a business or referral partner? I know Greg and John are doing business together. I don't know if John's here yet, but John told me about that. He was just like, how incredible is that? And so that's what we want. And we want to hear from you. We want you to tell us about the amazing things that are happening through this community. Yep. Learn some. Oh, look at that. Love it. Learn something new. Yeah. Problem solve. Awesome. Yeah. What's this something else? Anybody want to shout that one out? I don't know. A date? Did you get a date here? Yeah. Tom said 3. He got 3 dates. Yeah, he's getting digits. I love it. I love it. That's good. Good. Awesome. Thank you so much for participating again. We just wanted to kind of a lay of the land. We know magic is happening, and we just wanted to be able to capture that. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. All right, so flows, just so you know, expectation of our time together. Hopefully Jane will show up. If not, Kelly can stand up and give a little shout out for Jane. We're going to do QuickBytes rounds. And what that means is lightning rounds is we've identified, because several of you asked, can I speak? Can I speak? Can I speak? So we went through and evaluated what people are wanting to share. And so we have 20 people that are going to share in less than 3 minutes. They're going to stand and give a tip, a tool, or ask the community a question, so we can all learn and hear what's being built in our own community and be able to help each other. And we love being able to do that. And then quick Q&A, any questions to the speakers or just in general, and shout outs. Jeff, you're the one that started the shout outs, and we were like, we got to add that to every single slide. Jeff, thank you so much. Because Jeff, when one of our events, he's like, hey, can I start shouting some people out that did some things and helped me? I'm like, heck yeah, we love that. We love that. And then a group photo. And this is always like herding cats. So once we're done with the Q&A and shout outs, you want to immediately don't stop, go, don't ask directions, go to a wall, right? Go to the wall immediately, because the faster we can take that photo, the faster you can start collaborating, networking. And then immediately after that, we're going across the street to 1819 building for a Maker's Mark event, a little AI and Maker's Mark event. We'll give you some more details about that, but that's literally right after this event. Did I miss anything else? Oh, good. All right. Wow, that was from memory. All right. Anything else? I'll let you.
Okay. And one thing with CincyAI, this is our 6th one, which is kind of wild that it's already been 6 months. And we started with about 72 participants, and we're well over 150 each time. So welcome. We're the largest AI meetup in the region. And as Kendra mentioned, we do get people coming down from other cities as well, which is very exciting. And we're very collaborative. And you'll hear today from Dr. Kelly Cohen. There's an entire ecosystem here in Cincinnati that you're a part of, this burgeoning AI ecosystem. And we're a very important community part. So we so appreciate you being here.
We are partnered with UC Digital Futures Building. This is a multidisciplinary building that we're here. They have everything from the AI biotech to a drone lab to the future of mobility to extended futures. So we feel very, very honored to be here. And then as part of the node, there's also the Cincinnati AI Catalyst, which is a consortium, which you'll hear more about today, that we're working with UC to put together some grants. And the mission is really, how can we uplift the entire region to harness the power of AI in this unique moment in time that we find ourselves, truly embracing AI equity for all. So there's the different players who come in from the startup area, from the community area, from the nonprofit, from the academic area, and we need everyone in the region together to connect. And we see Cincinnati or CincyAI as an important node to bring the community together in a very welcoming, inclusive space, no matter if this is your 101 introduction to AI, or you've been in the space 20, 30 years researching, like Dr. Kelly Cohen. And one of the things that we're all rooted in is responsible AI. And Cincinnati is already leading responsible AI to make it safe and transparent. And we want to make sure that people in Cincinnati know what's going on, but also recognition outside of Cincinnati. So we're very privileged to have you all here. We support and are so grateful for the community that you're a part of. And our mantra is lift all ships. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Kelly Cohen.
Hey, hello everyone. Hello. Yeah, it's wonderful being here. And Helen and Kendra have been putting together this amazing energy that includes everyone here. Okay. Later on, Michael will come up and talk a little bit about CAIC, and I'll support that. That is a group of us. We're trying to get together and work to create these grants. Jane hasn't yet come and joined us, but so I'll say a little bit about the Advanced Research Computing Center that's out here. It has a number of clusters, GPUs, CPUs, and an award from NSF to work in the area of AI for health. She led a hackathon not too long ago, which included PNG and the medical school to get students engaged in AI. There's a lot of activity happening at UC. Josette created and this amazing AI symposium that she was in charge of, right? Which got attendance of something like 350 people, right? I was honored to play a small part there, where I talked about some of the trouble we are having with brittle AI, hallucinations, the bad stuff, but I also emphasized all the good things one can do with AI. So we want to find ways to strengthen the good and make the troublesome stuff tested, validated, improve upon it, and raise all ships, which is your mantra. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kelly. And Dr. Kelly is also our organizing sponsor, and we would not be here today if it was not for his support in the process of getting UC's sponsorship as well. So we're greatly indebted to Dr. Kelly Cohen. And one very cool thing, we'll put it in our upcoming newsletter, and it's in our LinkedIn group. We've got the Office of Research here with us, supporting us, and they did a great write-up on their website about CincyAI and its founding and where we're at today. So I just wanted to thank them for collaborating with us as well, and we'll share the article out in our newsletter too. And if you aren't on our newsletter, if you signed up through Eventbrite, you will automatically be added to our newsletter. If you are one of our crashers and you are not on our newsletter, you can go by this QR code, or right now it's cincyai.beehive.com. Big Kitty Labs is working with us to build our website, which will be our official hub, but this is really the best place to get all of the information about upcoming events, We take photos. We launched a Flickr group, so all of those can be downloaded. Feel free to share those out. This is being recorded, so if you want to go back and hear one speaker, you can do that too. But this is the best place for all information related to CincyAI. And then a few upcoming events before we get into our QuickBytes session. Happy hour today. That starts at 5:30 at the 1819 building, and that's literally across the street. And that's with Maker's Mark and our community partner, Midwest Con, which does a fantastic South by Southwest style event in September. The Goring Center has a March 21st marketing event. The Cincinnati Chamber has a April 2nd hands-on chat GPT event. AMA Ignite is April 19th, and Tom is here if you have any questions, and they are open for speakers, so if you would like to apply to speak for the AMA Ignite. And all of these are in our newsletter and with links to them, and Kendra's website also has the most comprehensive list of all of the AI events happening in Cincinnati, which we also link to in our newsletter. And at the end, I'll show you a slide. If you want to submit one of your events to be in our newsletter, you can do that in our LinkedIn group, which I'll speak to at the end. The AI Rising Conference is May 14th and 15th in Columbus. I mentioned Midwest Con, and MayCon is a great marketing and AI conference. They actually put out amazing content all the time and a fabulous podcast as well, September 10th and 12th. And their head of marketing will join us 1 month this summer to plug that too. I'm trying to get them to give us a free ticket to give away as well. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, QuickBytes. So as Kendra mentioned, you can ask a question to the community, share an AI tip or tool, or share what AI you're building. So we will get started, and we have a special guest, Dino Martis. Come on up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dino Martis. I'm with Genexia Health. You've already met one of my partners, Dr. Kelly Cohen, and my other partner is Dr. Anup Satyan. I don't think he's here today. It's a pleasure and honor to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I'd like to share a little bit about what it is we're doing. As I said, I'm CEO of Genexia Health. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death for women worldwide and in the United States. So approximately 500,000 women, mothers, daughters, sisters, wives, they die each year because cardiovascular disease is severely underdiagnosed. So why is it severely underdiagnosed? Well, for one, women's symptoms present differently than men. And guidelines to treat and identify heart disease come from studies done in the 1990s, almost exclusively in men. Even today, in 2024, about 30% of studies are done on women. And the incidence of heart disease is increasing disproportionately in women and at younger ages. We don't know why, but it is. That's the reality. So diagnostics focused on women's unique physiology that can enable earlier detection is essential, obviously, to improved outcomes. So at Genexia Health, we use existing mammogram images with explainable and trustworthy AI in a SaaS model during the performance of the 40 million annual US mammograms to identify and diagnose coronary artery disease, thereby providing an additional health risk marker during the diagnostic test, during the mammogram. So for FDA, this is a clinical initiative. So for FDA, we're going to be classified as a Class 2 de novo. As Dr. Kelly Cohen, so as Kelly mentioned, AI can be brittle, right? So not all AI is created equal. Explainable AI, with its promise of transparency and accountability, is crucial in mission-critical applications like healthcare, where it enhances trust and clinical acceptance. Clinical acceptance is incredibly important. If you don't have it, you're not going to get your diagnostic or product out there. That is why we use fuzzy logic-based AI to diagnose coronary artery disease and present the clinician with human-friendly explanations that allow the clinician to comprehend the AI's reasoning, no more black box, identify potential bias, and make informed decisions. There are benefits to all stakeholders, payers, facility, and physician, but for the individual, the most important component of this, it allows for health equity by providing an accurate, preventative diagnosis with no out-of-pocket costs, and democratizes health by making it convenient and available to all. Thank you.
And Michael Beck, come on down. I saw you here. I'm always blown away at every meeting to hear what's happening in our backyard here in Cincinnati.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So how many of you have heard before about the Cincinnati AI Catalyst? Hands up, please. So few of you. That's great. Dr. Cohen, please join me. Dr. Cohen is also member of the Cincinnati AI Catalyst. And I think thanks to Centrifuge and Pete Blackshaw, we decided to do something different in Cincinnati instead of perpetuating the statement of Mark Twain that everything happens 10 years behind whatever the world does. We decided to be really ahead of the curve and started the Cincinnati AI Catalyst, focusing on, and let me read this statement here because I don't want to miss anything. The Cincinnati AI Catalyst is a consortium focused on improving the lives of people in the Cincinnati region by providing a coordinated, collective artificial intelligence capability committed to responsible AI that enables new products and services, attracts capital, preserves jobs, develops and improves skills, and provides a trusted source of AI-related communication and education. So that's our mission. That's what we're going to focus on, and also be at the catalyst for everything which is related to AI, to make sure that we are not being left behind, but actually we are one of the thought leaders specifically to the responsible AI. Okay, that's going to be very important. Trusted AI, trustworthy AI, and responsible AI. That's so important because we all know that it could cause a lot of problems in the society, and we want AI to be the AI for good. Another announcement, we will be moving, we have a new home, so it was started by Centrifuge, but we're moving to Digital Futures. So there's going to be a new home here, and Dr. Cohen, if you could say a few words about how it's going to work, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so this place is very far away from me. I live on the 3rd floor. So the CAIC from now on will be hosted on the 3rd floor of this building. We'll send out invites to all those. We have a nice conference room and side rooms and whatever we need to make this work. Now, we've got a couple of themes that we've decided upon for responsible AI in the Cincinnati AI Catalyst. One theme is education. Okay, education from K-12, university level. Then after university, when you go off, policymakers, people in the industry, startups, what do you want to know about ethical AI? Why is it important? Well, give you an example. Germany, Google comes out with a product. Boom, after a very short time, yeeks, we made a mistake. It's a blunder. Let's pull that back, right? Now, what happened? Stock value went down. Why? Because, they didn't think it through. So we want to train people to think it through before they come out with products in the market. So one of the things we're looking at is, in addition to education, policy making, guardrails, and DEI, right? We want to be ethical. We want to make sure that, because that was one of the issues we had was DEI with Gemini. Okay, what else have we noticed about these hallucinations? Well, chat boxes give you lies. And there's no, ask Canada Air, they lost a case, right? So the chat box made a problem. Ooh. Do you have a stationary warning says that my chat box will lie 10% of the time? No, it does not. But that's what happens. Branding issues. Okay, look at what's happened with GM's investment in Cruise, Tesla's investment, auto-driving cars, those lawyers in Manhattan that used AI and, It created 6 cases. So what we want to do as part of our research is to create a testing center where we will try and get together an emulation of, say, 10 million people, because that's what's happened. When people try these products, they come up with problems. So we want to create a stochastic robustness testing through Monte Carlo, running about 10 million cases, a terrific representation of the population. And then we'll certify the product. You know what? This is what we've done. 10 million out of 10 million, you're okay. No problems happening. Okay? So, by creating that center, there's no such center today that exists, to the best of my knowledge, right? So we want to create such a thing, host it here, and then be able to say, you want to come out with a product, you care what's happening to your stock value and branding, well, get it tested by us. We will go do the testing, we will brand it, certify it, and then, you're in a better position when you go market it. So, that's just one example of all what we're trying to do. Thank you.
And couple more things. So the most important thing is that this is really a consortium of a lot of different groups. So we have all universities here active, Xavier University, and of course UC, but also Miami University and NKU. So those are important facts because let's be honest, Cincinnati does not have a big tradition of collaboration between different groups. It's very fragmented, so we want to make a difference. We don't want to be fragmented. We want to really get everybody together and work together on that. So in education, that's very critical. So one of the things what we'll be working on is a common K-12 curriculum for public schools or for any schools in the region to really have a standardization and that our kids are going to learn the same thing across the board. And also, good news is we're going to have very soon a first graduate startup company out of Cincinnati AI Catalyst with Pete Blackshaw. So congratulations. And we're looking for more. So if you're interested, please join us. Please contact us, and we'll be happy to work with you. Thank you very much.
And Matt. And we have someone else from out of town from Columbus, right, Whitney? Is that where you came from? Dayton. Okay, another Dayton person. There you go, Matt.
Professor Cohen, it's going to be hard to follow that. A lot of passion there. First off, I just want to thank Kendra and Helen for putting the community together. It's just an amazing job seeing it grow each and every month. So thank you. For those I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Matt Sias. 2003 graduate of Linder College. For the last 19 years, I've been here in Cincinnati in the corporate technology, focused in innovation and research and development. Until last fall, I had the opportunity to manage Kroger's 1819 Innovation Hub with Dan Whitaker over there. Great time, but during that time, we had an opportunity to see firsthand the challenges and the biases that block innovation from happening in companies large and small. Talked to a lot of leaders in different industries about the struggles to create the time, the space, and the diversity of thought to sustain that culture of innovation. And it led us to a realization that there's a lot more we could do right here in the Innovation District. So with the help of R.J. Sargent, Executive Director of the Learning Lab over at 1819, as well as Professor Drew Boyd, we've launched a new venture called Innovation Acceleration. So when OpenAI released GPT-3 to the world 2 years ago now, I guess, it wasn't just another tech update, it was a revelation. It marked an inflection point, a shift from hype cycle, paradigm change. It's a tool that will change the way we live, work, and learn in the next few years. And at Innovation Acceleration, we don't just want to ride that change, we want to be at the forefront. So we are on a mission to leverage these tools in the early stages of ideation and creativity. We're training models not just to churn out solutions, but to do so with the nuances of human empathy, judgment, and expertise. By combining these models with very powerful frameworks of innovation, we're starting with one called Systematic Inventive Thinking, or SIT. It allows us to quickly generate a diverse array of concepts very cost effectively. It reduces the human cognitive load while simultaneously stimulating creativity. What that means is leaders spend less time coming up with the next big idea and more time selecting and activating the best ones. We just did our first pilot with Fifth Third Bank. Shout out to Nate Souter, is he here? In December, we have our second one coming up 2 weeks with another corporate partner, just starting to collect feedback. We also just joined the UC Venture Lab. We got a desk there last week, so if you're in the neighborhood, stop over. We'd love to talk about all things AI. If there's 3 pieces of advice I'd like to offer for 2024, the first one would be adopt a growth mindset. Now more than ever, it's critical to embrace continuous learning and new ways of thinking. The second one is get comfortable with ambiguity. The way forward's uncharted, but that's okay. You know, we're all in this together, and we have a great community right here. The third thing is embrace change. At this point, it's inevitable, but it can also be exciting. And there's no place more exciting to be for that change than the Cincinnati Innovation District. Because like they said, next lives here, right? Thank you.
And Jared, yeah, someone on my podcast said cognitive manual labor is what AI, some of the chatbots help with. And I've thought about that a lot since. There you go, Jared.
Thanks. All right, so I build AI teams. For the past 4 years, I was the global head of AI at Archer Daniels Midland, which is a $100 billion company. Before that, I was vice president of AI at Wells Fargo out of San Francisco. Before that, I was a principal manager in Watson for 5 years. I've been doing technology for quite some time. And now, as of a month ago, I have left corporate America and I've started my own company. I am building an AI team. Thank you. Thank you. Over all my years, I've seen a tremendous amount of opportunity. I've built, managed, found team members who want to build the greatest things possible. My whole endeavor is about being a good steward for the planet. You know, working in agriculture for quite some time, that was a big thing. But now being here in this local area, developing a company out of here, the people that are already coming, that want to be a part of serve AI. You know, is this on? Don't know. All right, so. All right, so I started serve, we are serve. All right, thanks.
Hello. Thank you, Mike. Okay, can you guys hear now? Okay, thank you, Betty, for pointing that out. Okay, Mike Woodring, is Mike here? Coming down, okay. Going once, oh, you got it. There you go.
$1.
Good afternoon. How many people in here are in sales? Or some? Everybody? Hi. I worked for Microsoft for 5 years selling data and AI, and then in the security space doing it as well. So when this AI stuff came out, or chat in particular, I know you've used some of the same things that I've looked at. I've actually I've been amazed at how many people don't know how to use it or not using it for sales. Who's using it for sales? Fewer? All right, so what's holding you back? How? Yeah, I was talking to somebody yesterday and they said, yeah, salespeople won't use it unless it's like one button that says push here and have all your stuff come out. And the thing that I've been really amazed with is on LinkedIn and the internet, how much people are sharing, how they're doing it. Like prompts they're using, tools they're using, how they're putting all the tools and the prompts together. So one thing I was talking to Kendra about this too. I would love to, so I've been sharing a lot online. I think you have as well. I've seen your name on a bunch of those. If there's people here interested in kind of putting maybe a group together or a meetup that can share ideas, you know, how you're using it, things you're finding that are successful. I'd love to help share the stuff I've learned and I've learned from others in the community as well. So just let me know if you're interested.
Thank you. Is Arun here? Okay, come on down. Yeah, and one of our programming is shaped by feedback, and Kendra did a 101 demo today. If you all want to meet earlier and do more of a prompt demo or prompt, best practices on more of a intermediate or expert level, we can do that. Like, we're here for you all, so it's great feedback. Or Mike can lead a virtual online one or a satellite one too. Like, we're here for you all. So if that's something that's of interest and we can support that, just let us know too. Okay, here, Arun.
Thank you. Thanks, Alan. Hi, all. This is my first meetup, so I am very excited to see the turnout in Cincy and the enthusiasm that we have from the AI community. Thanks for just organizing this. This has been fantastic. So I am Arun Mulchandani. I have been in data, AI, and analytics space for almost 18 years. I had worked primarily in the consulting and led large data engineering efforts. And in 2023, I started Radii.ai. It's a firm which is focused on data engineering and machine learning engineering implementations. So before starting this firm, we did an extensive analysis and survey. We reached out to over 200 folks across Fortune 1000 companies. And the objective was to analyze the current state and how it has been taken it from the ML engineering implementation perspective. So there was a startling finding, and at least it was startling for me, that 15% of the Fortune 1000 organizations, right, that was the number of firms that were doing ML at scale. Those who had the systems, who can just implement it in a regulated way, in a enterprise scalable form. But there were around 35 which have done mostly POCs. They have just done the proof of concept. They were just trying to figure it out. They had between 1 to 7 models. But 50% of the firms, they were still struggling with data, to have the data engineering in place so that it can just be the foundation for the ML and the AI eventually. So with this findings, we started on seeing that how we can help organizations to implement the AI and the ML to reach to that target state, but also just bring along to the basic pieces, how to create structures, how to create frameworks, scalable, in overall machine learning model creations, model deployments, monitoring, as well as model evolutions. And then with Gen AI, we see there was a spike in requirements asked. Everybody wanted to have ChatGPT implementation. Everybody wanted to have the Gen AI models implemented in that side, but they were struggling. And the struggle was that their data was not in good shape. They did not have this framework. They did not have the guardrails in which they can create these solutions. So it had created a good boost from the Radii.ai perspective. And we have been helping firms to implement the Gen AI solutions as well. And I think we just had Mike discussing about it, right? That selling has been one of the areas as well, where we have seen a use case. Salesperson needs to analyze so much of data and be prepared for it. If you can have the Gen AI solutions, which can just provide a chatbot interface to them, which can analyze the data, personalize this to their prospects, and give them the summary. And this is not hypothetical. This is something that we have already tried in ourselves. So we are using AI internally at our organizations as well, so that we can just give the level boost. So that's about Radii.ai. And one tip from the AI side that I want to share is the nature of business and the nature of technology is changing. And we have seen that most of the mind shift is coming in from the deterministic world, where we have seen our code, our results, everything being deterministic once it is in production. But with ML, it has been all probabilistic. So we have to see that how we are adapt to that change. We understand that nature of business, and we create the solutions. And I think that has been the reason when we have Gemini just creating a solution, we think it has to be deterministic, but it's the nature of technology. It's probabilistic. So just a 1 cent for us. If you have any questions and more, please, you can just reach out to me at arun@radii.ai. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun. And Paul, come on down. And we love all the tips that our speakers share too. So thank you, Arun. There you go.
Hey everybody, Paul Fisher. Hey, yeah, thanks. So I run a community called Career Adventure. The reason I'm up here is I'd love to get some potential volunteers for me to interview. There was a survey that I recently saw from Gallup that talked about how the only generation that is actively engaged within their job and employment are baby boomers. The Gen X, right, Gen Z, and millennials are seeing continued kind of, I guess, devolvement or away from being actively engaged. So I tend to believe that part of the reason for that is people just don't see as many strong possibilities in their career. And that was why I decided to start this community called Career Adventure. It's on Substack. It's currently just a blog, or not just a blog. It's a blog. It's a podcast that Kendra, actually, I interviewed her, and it's going to be released with her on it in the next month and a half. But one of the things that I want to do with it potentially is, instead of just showing possibilities through stories of how people have managed their own careers and found continuous purpose, continuous ways to uncover new places to explore, is I want to create a AI assistant that could help be a partner for somebody that might be seeking new things. I found there to be, it's terrible if you go out into Google and you say, hey, help me find a job. I am an ENFP or I am an ISTJ. And you throw in all these different personality types and it says, like, you should be an actor. And it's like, well, I'm 45. I'm probably not going to go to Hollywood and become an actor. But what I could use is tips for the right types of questions to ask, the right ways to network, the right types of people to like explore within my LinkedIn profile. So the ask is, I'd love for anybody that might be willing to donate a half hour of their time. I will pay for coffee and would love to potentially ask questions in terms of how you might engage with something like this, so that to kind of talk, discuss what Dr. Cohen just said, is I don't want you to start using the AI and then it's on the cover of the Wall Street Journal and it says like, this chat, AI torpedoed my career, right? It led me off the deep end and I'm bankrupt. So anyway, you can follow me on at Career Adventure on LinkedIn. And for any of those of you, I saw one hand go up, would be interested in me buying them a coffee, let's just connect after the talk here and I'll exchange information. Thanks.
Okay. And I know Kevin Mackey's here. I saw him. So Kevin, wherever you're at, come on down. And I'm sure everyone heard also about the Canadian Air disaster where the chatbot made a refund policy that didn't exist. So yes, there you go.
Thanks, Helen. Hey, everybody. It's really great to see this meetup has just grown so much, even over the past couple of months. For me, I'm a longtime entrepreneur in the Cincinnati area. I'll talk about 1,000 Zebras here in a second. But to me, the sign of a thriving ecosystem is that you can have people that you've never met before, never heard what they're doing, and over again. I mean, how many? We got 20 over here. They're all new. They're all cool. They're all innovative. And so that's exactly what we're looking for here in the Cincinnati ecosystem. So real quick about me, I'm Kevin Mackey, the founder and CEO of 1,000 Zebras. Like I had said, our mission is to make it easy for businesses, ecosystems of businesses, to fluently transact with each other. Now, our current state of our product is that we're offering a marketplace as a service so that any organization that sits between a lot of providers and clients or members can spin up a marketplace and make it very easy for those members to find services. In the case of AI, there's lots of different service types that you can need. Oh, I need marketing, I need sales. We just talked about it in a minute, but what do you mean? What exactly do you need? We're going to hear from Seven Hills Technology in a moment. I was just talking to Brad in the back of the room, like, okay, so you want to come to me with a need on AI, but what exactly do you need? So our marketplace, which is going to be free, and we're spinning this up for the CincyAI group, is going to allow for any of you, whether you're on the client side as a business or as the provider side as an AI expert. If you want to find experts in that area that you can work with, providers that right now have that expertise, we're spinning up that marketplace for you. So this month, if you are a provider, if you have any kind of AI capability, come see me afterwards. We'll add you to the marketplace, and then I'll give you an update again next month. Hopefully it's filled with all kinds of you great providers, and then the business side can come in. You can start searching for those when you have that need or capability. So if you want to come see me afterwards, please do, and we'll make this a great marketplace for the CincyAI community. Thanks, everybody.
Come on down. And Kevin has already posted a link in our LinkedIn group as well, if you want to see what's there as a starting point. There you go, Scott.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. My name is Scott. Note about my name, Lachlan. Should be an H in there, but that is a name that actually means fjord dweller. I'm half Norwegian. And in case, it's also actually a Scottish name, Lachlan. And in case my parents wanted to make sure you remember that I have that Scottish heritage, so they named me Scott. A few things about myself. I'm the founder of TechRamp. My passion in life is learning. That and coffee. I feel the two really go pretty well together. So I am a sucker for coffee. So Paul, wherever you ended up, I'll definitely hit you up for a free coffee later. In terms of learning, I studied electrical engineering. My background was in wireless system design, and I had my name placed as inventor on 27 patent papers in 5G tech. So that was my background. A couple tips if you're interested in creating a moat for your business. It is extremely difficult to have a software-only based patent. So one thing, if you're interested in creating that moat, having something tied to the real world, whether it's manufacturing, something that produces data. You know, they say data is the new oil. Anything you can tap into is a hugely valuable resource nowadays. So a little bit more about my career path. On that track, I founded a company that was based on cloud and IoT. I got a good contract with Bose at one point. I helped lead a team to get the Google Voice Assistant into all of their home speakers. So if you buy a Bose product, try that feature out. Be happy to walk you through their very long setup process, but great product. So anything that you can do to leverage IoT and AI systems, I think is really great career path nowadays. Anybody who's looked at the NVIDIA stock knows for a fact that, you know, it's really at the center of world geopolitics at the moment. Fun fact, as a side hustle, I was generating some AI artwork and selling it on Etsy. I was really surprised, actually, it started selling. I wouldn't recommend going into that path of generating cyberpunk artwork. That doesn't really have a great moat, and there was only a very brief window of profitability there. But one thing you could do, you know, when you're doing market research, find what is, you know, where the puck is going. So right now, I think the next generation will be AI generated agents. You know, agents that can do more complex abstract tasks like, hey, go do some market research, and it'll visit 20 websites and then produce a PowerPoint presentation for you. I think that's where the puck is going. I recently moved to Cincinnati, so if anybody wants to grab a coffee, Paul, you're already on my list. Please feel free to reach out. I'd love to chat with you and go deeper into that business. So thank you.
And welcome to Cincinnati. And then Charlie. And Charlie is with Seven Hills Technology, which again is one of our fabulous sponsors.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to be here. I'm Charlie. I'm with Seven Hills Technology, one of the sponsors of the event. This is my first time being here, and I'm very excited. I've heard it's grown exponentially every time. Tell you a little bit about what we do. We're a software development consultancy based in Sharonville. Essentially, we work with everyone from startups to enterprise businesses to build mobile and web applications. One notable project that we've been working on since almost the business's founding in 2015, is using machine learning and predictive analytics for energy optimization in hospitals and other large facilities. And now we're starting to venture in building AI chatbots for businesses using private data. We have a client that is a public entity, and they have a lot of documentation that a member of the community may want to have quick access to tax documentation or information about how to get a grant, etc. And we're dabbling in creating AI chatbots that compile all that information and make it easily accessible using natural language. Other than that, I'm relatively new to the tech industry. I recently graduated from Miami University, and one of my big goals for 2024 is to continue to meet all the incredible people in the Cincy tech community like Kendra. So if you'd like to talk to someone smart, that's not me, but I can introduce you to someone that is. So I've been building my network. Brad Gardner, our CEO, highly intelligent. Same with the 25 or 27 software developers I work with. Happy to make any introductions. And if you'd just like to chat, let me know. I'd love to buy some coffee, get to know you. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Is Thomas here? My bot or my clone pronounces things better than I do, so I'm going to stick to first names. Okay, so Thomas, I do not see anyone walking down, so we'll go to Barbara, who we actually graduated together with from Xavier University. So it's so great to have her with us today.
It's so fun to see you again. And it's been exciting to be a part of this community today. I'm Barbara Grimsley. I'm from Shadows Communications. I'm a senior communications manager. There's actually several members of our team here today. We have Michelle and Hillary and Eric. They're right there. So hello. We're excited to join you today. So we are a full service marketing agency, and we specialize in healthcare. And like many other marketing agencies, people working in content generation right now, we are exploring all the different ways we can utilize AI, whether it's helping us to generate content, copy, help us to assist our social media efforts. Talking about that market research, talking about generating that PowerPoint, that's exactly the kind of things we're looking into right now. So we're excited to come to this community. We haven't come to an event, at least I haven't come to an event before, to kind of hear what other people are doing, getting inspired by other people's ideas, and having the chance to connect and ask questions and learn and listen while we're here. We're looking for ways that we can utilize AI in our marketing efforts, as well as how we can bring value to our clients. Something that I'm hosting to the group, and maybe as you're connecting with us after this event, or as we're connecting on LinkedIn and in future events, something that we're really exploring right now is being in the healthcare industry and working with healthcare clients, is really how copyright issues for generated content are being handled and how they're going to be handled moving forward, as well as privacy issues. Many of the clients we work with and the products we're talking about and the data we're looking at are confidential, won't be released for some time. I know there's other members of the healthcare community here today. So I have my ears open to kind of hear what your thoughts are, maybe some challenges you're also experiencing, and maybe some ways that you're looking to kind of solve this unique challenge that the healthcare space is going to be venturing into as we use more AI. Excited to be here today, excited to see you again, Helen, and looking forward to connecting with more of you after today's event.
And I saw Greg here. So Greg, come on down. I thought I saw Greg. No, Greg? Okay. Maybe I'm hallucinating myself. Umama, if I said that right? Coming down. Okay, we'll go down to Carrie. Okay, excellent. And on the copyright front, I don't know if you all saw Stability AI's new release. They've honored all of the artists who signed up for the do not train model. So the new release, still not the best of consenting in, but the new release honors the people who have consented out of their training model. So it's great to see initiatives like that. Okay, there you go.
All right. Okay, my name is Carrie. I have a little bit different background from everyone else. My company, Allosource, provides human tissue for transplant to hospitals and surgery centers. So what prompted me to be here is we bought a software to be our CRM, and the software in the year that it's taken us to go live with it has moved into the AI world. And so I have a whole entire team. My job is I manage the customer service and I manage the distribution team. And my job is to make sure that they can use their tools. So I spend a lot of my time training my team on all the different things that we purchase for them to use, their tools in their tool belt. But I sat down in the onboarding with the guy from the company and I thought, oh Lord, my team is not going to be able to figure this out. I have every age from like 25 to 65. So everybody is in different areas of tech savviness. So I have to take that and then turn that around and figure out how to teach those people how to use this. Because one of the things that they keep saying in meetings is garbage in is garbage out. So if my company has paid all this money for this software, we got to make it work. So like failure is not an option. So that's kind of why I'm here. I'm really here to be a sponge. Although I've already learned one thing is that I'm going to retire Snagit and use Tango. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And is Juan here? Excellent. Come on down. The long walk, catwalk down. There you go.
Thank you. So I came here in December, so congratulations on the growth. This is amazing. So I'm Juan Lazarde with CoSI. We help organizations make smarter decisions with data. Last month in Cincinnati, the Flywheel organization kicked off an event that was a hackathon to stabilize the housing market. So basically keep people in their houses before they became homeless. And so that's basically what we did. Our solution was a platform that helped identify these families at risk ahead of time, and also help the caseworkers have a better communication with these families. So my focus was not to just present a chart and here's a graph, Tableau chart, but what are the insights that come from there? How does that turn into something that they can actually sit down, a caseworker, and sit down and talk to a family that is at risk? So that's kind of an example of things that we can do with data. And so, my name is Juan, and I can help small businesses and medium-sized businesses, make better decisions with data. Yep.
Okay, is Isaac here? Okay, excellent. And two other tools on the copyright, since there's a long walk. Adobe Firefly and Shutterstock. It wasn't opt-in, but through their agreement, the artist could opt out. So they provide compensation and consent. So if you want a really good, safe, copyright, strong sites, Shutterfly Photos and Adobe Firefly are really leading the way on that front. Okay, there you go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aushka. I'm not Isaac. Shocking, I know. He's my partner. We both work on Grassroots AI. We both are UC grads, recent grads. We have backgrounds in technology, and we're using that background to help local movements and local community builders to see how we can utilize a lot of tools that are openly available, hopefully build tools for them specifically. Our larger goal is to just analyze how the generative AI space is being how the grassroots space is being impacted by generative AI. Yeah, and we're looking for mentors, we're looking for industry partners, we're looking for people who want to volunteer their time, help out nonprofits, and also do some research in the AI space. Reach out to us. Thank you.
And Nicole is here. We were actually graduates of the third cohort of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. So it's so great to see her and everything that she's building.
One of my favorite people right here. Hi, everyone. My name is Nicole Armstrong. I'm the founder and CEO of Eloquate. Excited to be here today. This is my first time attending. It's amazing to see so many engaged faces in this work. But to give you a little bit of background, I'm a UC graduate as well. I graduated from DAP. My background's in human-centered design and social innovation. And I launched Eloquate in 2018 as a Hale Fellow at People's Liberty. And we started off as a certification for workplace equity. So we help organizations, primarily small and mid-sized businesses, create and build workplaces that work for everyone. A couple of years ago, we realized we had a lot of potential. We had a lot of data. We had employee experience scores through our surveys. We had assessments of policies and practices across all of our organizations. And what we did was we built out a prescriptive analytics platform that actually analyzes the relationship between workplace systems and employee experience to create really targeted recommendations so employers know exactly what to do next to improve employee experience. But what we're really excited about in 2024 is integrating 2 use cases for AI. The first is in data analysis. So it's going to help us speed up our processes to get very targeted on what policies, practices, and procedures impact specific employee groups, whether it's across level or your LGBTQ+ employees, you name it. The second is that we are going to throw out the old traditional notion of the employee handbook. How many of you think that that's a sexy thing, an employee handbook? Right, absolutely not. It's time to be reimagined. So what we're actually going to do is build out a generative AI tool that will help employers build out policies and practices, even entire handbooks in real time that are responsive to the needs of their workforce. And so really what happens is instead of sort of pulling on practices that maybe are outdated or don't respond to the unique demographics of your workforce, you'll have a tool at your fingertips to make that much easier to attract and retain talent, which of course for SMBs is huge in sort of the competition for the top, right? So where we are right now, we are actually raising a round, our first round. I've been able to bootstrap the company to date. So if something like this interests you, either as an employer or as an investor, please come see me. That would be very exciting. But thank you so much for your time. Very excited to be here today, especially my first time. Thanks, Helen.
And for our last speaker, we have an extra special quick bite. I won't steal any thunder, so Hank, come on up.
Thank you very much. I feel like I finally got invited to the cool party. I'm Hank Kudapol, and I'm here today to announce the launch of a new company. And there have been several today already, but most recently I was vice president of product at Paycor, and had a very good job, was in a very good company, and then along comes Pete Blackshaw. And we got together and put our heads together and had an idea for this business. We've actually known each other for a number of years, but we wanted you to be the first to know. And so today we're now announcing our company. It's called Brand Rank. And I think we have a slide to share. So the mission of our business is, the mission of Brand Rank is to give businesses the insights they need to protect and grow their brands in the age of generative AI. We're initially focused on the $200 billion search market. I personally have a lot of experience from TripAdvisor days. I was there for 10 years, became very intimate with Google search. But we're focused there and figuring out how that will impact brands. We're starting off with a lot of consultancy, but we do have a subscription platform in mind. It's going to be a combination of data analytics, and we're using AI as part of that play. But it's also going to be, importantly, a factor of sort of the human in the loop. And we think it's really important at this stage that there's that expert advice sitting on top of it. And our customers are going to be the CMOs, the brand marketers, and the market managers, the brand stewards of companies. So we're a little bit Moz, a little bit Forrester, a little bit Nielsen, but then also something entirely new, as only Pete can envision it, in terms of how we deliver the analytics and insights. Pete and I are also pleased to announce today that customer number 1 is the Better Business Bureau. We met with over 50 CEOs a few weeks ago in Phoenix at their national conference, and we're now working through a pilot with Joseel Ehrlich, the CEO of our region's Better Business Bureau, and with others around the country. And we're really happy to have started with the BBB, being that they are the gold standard of customer advocacy and business reputation. And I think these are going to be the perfect partners as we think about responsible AI and our role in it. So we have an ask of you in return for being the first to know. Of course, we wouldn't be a startup without an ask, without a sort of a sales pitch. But the ask is that you follow us, like us, friend us, pass us along, and share your feedback with us as we grow the Brand Rank website. We really, think that we have a right to prove that we can do this in Cincinnati, that we don't have to be on the coasts. And so we're hoping that your support will help us get there. One last note, I'd like to shout out our talented interns. We have two of them here today, Sam Richardson and Ajay Gupta. We appreciate you and your amazing help. It's really been refreshing for two guys in their 50s to have some younger perspectives. So that's just it in closing. Thank you, everyone, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. And we are so honored that you guys revealed the name at CincyAI. So congratulations. And we're so excited to see all of where you're going with it too. Okay, so before we go to our questions, actually, I don't think we have a Q&A slide. We'll do 5 minutes of Q&A. Does anyone have, and this is like Q&A, like asking like platforms that have great copyrights or new policies. We've got some great policy minds here. Any AI question? News related? Okay, yes.
Quickly, your AI clone machine, do you own that likeness, or are there any copyright issues around the tool that was used to generate?
Yep. So the question was about my AI clone, and I can clone people if you're interested in having a virtual human for yourself. So I own my likeness, and any video that's from it or anything that's created from it, I own fully. It's kind of funny because I don't own the clone itself because of the technology. The companies that create the clones, it's their IP. So it gets into a lot of like really funny technical legal stuff. But my likeness I own, and the company that makes my clone is called Render. It's an AI integrating tool. And everything in it, I can download and own. But if I don't pay the annual fee, then I lose rights to my clone. It's not interoperable in that sense. As long as you're paying a licensing fee, then you have access to it. And then anything that it creates and you download and use is yours. So, yep. Okay, question in the back.
Just clarify that. You mean, do you lose rights to it, or you just lose access to it if you quit paying?
If I don't pay the annual licensing fee or subscription, then I lose access to the platform. But they store it because they want you to, re-sign up and keep paying for a subscription. And they also, on the back end, it's two-factor authentication. If anyone's going to have access to your clone, like they clone a lot of CEOs who are like too busy to be in studio for shoots and stuff. You can have authorized users to also have access to creating your clone, so it's unlocked down that way as well. And then on the back end, it's an AI integrating tool. So the video presence is from Synthesia, which is the largest avatar stock company. The voice is 11 Labs, which is a best in class. So it's an extra layer of security too. If one of the Synthesia is hacked, they only have my video presence and not my voice cloning as well. So there's a lot of different layers. But as you all know, especially with the Taylor Swift issue, anyone who has an online presence can be deep faked. And there's a lot of different movements and solutions working on that happening right now. But yes, I own my likeness, I own my clone, but not the technology that makes my clone. But good question. Paul.
So I'm doing a market positioning analysis for my current role as a sales and marketing director, and I'm looking for tools that might be able to scan or scrape specific websites, then analyze what keywords the websites might be using for the specific competitors that I want to assess, instead of doing it manually. So like right now, right, I can go and go, oh, looks like they're using magic or integrity or what have you. And I tried to like start asking ChatGPT to analyze the website for me and said, I don't have these capabilities. So anybody have any, does SEM Rush? Yeah. Okay, got it. I wasn't sure if like that or BuzzSumo or others had any ability. Okay.
Cool. So the question was about how what AI tool can help analyze a lot of websites instead of manually doing it. And the recommendation is SEO or SEMrush, SEMrush, and then Tushar with Big Kitty Labs can also help as well with some of the AI tools. Okay, it's 4:25. Any burning questions before I move on to the rest of the slides? Okay, no burning questions, but we're gonna do networking after our group photo. Okay, so our next meetup is Tuesday, April 16th. These do sell out, so if you want to join, please sign up. The QR code will take you to that. It's also in our newsletter and our LinkedIn group as well. But again, the newsletter is the best place for all news. And then the rest of the dates of the year, if you want to mark those out, we release the following one just a month ahead of time. And I mentioned this earlier, there's so many amazing things happening in the community. We have some amazing, I saw James earlier, AI video artist. We've got policy webinars that people host. Anything that you think would be of value to the community, I'm gonna start posting these in our LinkedIn group. Just drop a link in it. As long as it's not like overly sales pitch, we'll put it into our newsletter in the community news as a hub. And this, literally when I'll write the newsletters, I'm just gonna go down this comment list of what goes in there. So this will be the new hub for any recommendation that you want to be included in our newsletter to streamline things. And that QR code will take you to our LinkedIn group, but you can also just go to LinkedIn and search for CincyAI Meetup for Humans too. And we just wanted to do a shout out. We get so much love online for all of the amazing people and community members who have posted about CincyAI. This is just from February. We want to thank you and also encourage you to continue doing it. We hear so much from other members how they saw it on LinkedIn and saw who was coming or saw all the excitement, or I know Scott made a video and like wanted to come and check it out. So we encourage you to share. We thank you for sharing, and also encourage you to use the hashtag CincyAI. And if you don't have your own photos, we have that entire Flickr album that you can download and use as well, which I am traveling to South by Southwest starting tomorrow. So this week's newsletter might be a little delayed, but I'll try to get it out before I go into South by Southwest La La Land. And then also, welcome to our newest CincyAI member, Timothy. This is Sabrina's 1-month-old little son. Do not take a photo of this and share it online. But we are so honored. Sabrina is owner of Cyber Castle, who does a lot of security for small and mid-sized businesses. She's gotten up and spoke. She's one of our amazing volunteers. And even though she's on maternity leave, she did our planning meeting that we do on Saturdays, and Timothy was there listening in, soaking up as a 1-month-old all about AI. So congratulations to Sabrina. And then thank you again to our amazing sponsors, Seven Hills Technology and Big Kitty Labs. We're actually a little under 4:30, so that is amazing. This is the herding cats, don't be one, part of the meeting. Thank you so much for being here. We know time is one of our most valuable resources, and thank you for spending some time with us today. Next, everyone to the wall for a group photo, and then we'll do networking until 5 o'clock, and then whoever wants to go to the happy hour.